What up YouTube, Caseman's Prime, back at you with another video. Taking a break from Horror Fest for this one video. I promised a couple people I'd get this one up immediately once I saw the stuff about this, so bear with me here. Once I get this done, I'm going to get back on Horror Fest, but those videos will be up later in the week, probably like on Thursday or Friday whenever I film it and review it, but whatever. This is my video on something that I've been meaning to do for a long time. And I mean that literally. I've wanted to do this video for months and months on end. And now I can finally give my opinions on it. Today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on something that a lot of us have been waiting for. That's really been kept under wraps. But now we finally have its premiere. And now I can chime in on it. I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on Kamen Rider Drive. That's right, Kamen Rider Drive. I've been waiting a long time for this. I was anticipating it. I was really excited, and it did not disappoint. Watched the first episode. Unfortunately, I had to watch the Raw episode on Daily Motion last night. I couldn't find it with subtitles, so I couldn't understand anything they were saying, but at least I got to see it, though, so that's something. Just a little quick recap for those of you guys who might not know what Drive is about. It focuses on a guy named, how's it pronounced, Shinosuke? I think that's how his name's pronounced, I really don't remember. He's part of a special detective group for the police. He was denied a promotion some point in the past, but he is given the drive driver, which is something that actually is an artificial intelligence in his car, and allows him to turn into Kamen Rider Drive. Now, the first episode, how it starts, is a murder happens, but yet there isn't enough evidence to testify a case, because they don't know how it happened. They don't know who did it, or how they killed the guy, just he was murdered. And Shinosuke, however it's pronounced, he's just going about his business, doing his job, when all of a sudden he notices something strange about his car. And his car is the Pterodon. And this is what they meant when they were talking about the series being related to Knight Rider. The drive driver was actually on the dashboard of the car, and it's actually an artificial intelligence. And after having this car for a while, he discovers this. And all of a sudden, he finds it attaching himself to his waist and leading him to where one of these bad guys are. I forget what they're called. I think it says it here on the episode description. Does it specify? I think it's the Rhea moods or something like that. The Rhea mood, I don't know, but something like that. He finds one of them, and they're basically doing something to people, which is killing them. And that's when the drive driver tells him, "Listen, if you want to defeat this guy, you're not going to be able to take him head on. You're going to have to transform into Kamen Rider Drive." So using the drive driver, the shift cars, and the shift brace, that's when he turns into Kamen Rider Drive. And I love it already. Just after one episode, I'm already hooked. Now let me explain to you a little bit how Drive works. Much like with a couple of other riders in the past, like Kiva, Deno, I want to say maybe, no, not really Ryuki, but a couple of riders from the past, they have some sort of artificial intelligence or a being that helps them as the rider. Like with Kiva, it was Kiva, that yellow robot bat that would attach to the belt to turn him into Kiva. For Deno, it was the Imagine. They would possess a person, and then they would combine together into the form of Deno that they were going to turn into. Like Momotaros would combine with someone to be Deno with sword form, Ryutaro's gun form, Kintaro's axe form, yada yada yada. I thought that there was some other series I predicted that had something like that, but I was wrong, whatever one I said it about. But Drive is like this. There is an artificial intelligence inside the drive driver, and it attaches itself either to the dashboard of the Pterodon, which is his car, onto this drone thingamajigger in the place where the car is kept, and he's just kind of like Eva. He has his own ways of getting around and interacting with others. The shift brace is where all the shift cars go, which is how he transforms into Drive. He'll take one of them, he'll turn the back around 180 degrees, click it on, and then flick it up as like a stick shift for the henshin. But before he does that, he has to turn this little fake key on the driver to activate it, and then that activates the transformation. And if he flicks it 3 times, that activates his tire attack, which I forget what they call that. I'll probably have to go back and watch it again, but I know that had a specific attack name, but I really do not remember. But he does also have tire changes, which are represented by other cars. For example, the green one is called Spike, the orange one Max Flare, the purple one Midnight Shadow, and that also helps with the attacks as well as the finishers. And his finisher attack, I forget what the heck it's called, I really do. But he does something where like he revs the engine, clicks the car a couple times, and the Pterodon spins around in a circle, and he bounces off of it a couple times, and then kicks the guy. That's the thing about all these riders, their finishing maneuver is always some type of fancy kick. Like with Fours, it was that rocket and drill combo. With Double, it's him raising up and then splitting in half and kicking him twice. With Wizard, it's him jumping up in the air, spinning around, and then darting at the guy. That's everything about Kamen Rider. Their finisher attack is always some form of a rider kick. That's something that they're kind of known for. Now, I also like the story. I always have been a sucker for police motif type stories. One of the reasons why I like Deca Rangers so much for Sentai. I also love car motif franchises, which is one of the reasons why I liked Go so much. Yet they compare him to, I think, Turbo Ranger, or was it Turbo Ranger? It wasn't Geki, it might have been Geki Ranger, I can't remember, honestly. But either way, it's a motor engine car motif that they connect him to. It's a really good series, or a good episode so far. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. And the theme song, Surprise Drive, is catchy as hell. I found myself listening to it like, 3 or 4 times today? And ironically enough, it's also written and performed by the same person who did Kamen Rider Eternal's theme for the Kamen Rider Double movie, which was A to Z Gaim Race of Fate. I'm really looking forward to this series. I'm glad that Gaim's gone and done. I'm probably going to have to go back and watch him again because I really kind of got lost halfway through the series with the franchise. We do know that Drive will have a Gaim fruit-inspired form in the crossover film that comes out sometime in December. And that's also probably when the full version of the theme song will be released. If anybody knows the exact date for when the full version of Surprise Drive comes out, drop me a comment. But what do you think about Kamen Rider Drive? What do you think about him? Do you like him? Hate him? Are you looking forward to this series? Let me know. I guess that's about it. Later, guys. I'm out of here.